the part that hit me the most was when Bakugo was crying. Best Genius was looking at him saying, "Oh, I'll help you. I'll patch up your arm." And then Bakugo, he sees these tears falling, and he notices Bakugo's crying. And I think that part hit me the most. Like I said, because I think to him it hits him as well. Is that, oh my God, this is a kid. This is a teenager. These kids are fighting in this war. And so it's just like, it's almost kind of like commentary of real life today about how like kids are protesting. They're fighting for basic rights and stuff, or like gun control. What's the other one?
Climate change.
Climate change. Thank you.
No, you're right. And seeing him cry, I mean, it gave me a whole new look to Bakugo. Because, you know, I wasn't a real fan of Bakugo, but this whole episode.
Yeah, and I think it's the emotional growth of Bakugo and what he did to Izuku, what's happening right now, fighting Shigaraki, what Shigaraki's going through, and what he represents. It's a lot. It's overwhelming to a person, but also to a kid.
Yeah. Well, hey, this is Geekettes Chat.
This is Geekettes Chat. Yay! And we are here to review My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 11, Light Fades to Rain. And this is a big one. This is Bakugo's emotional and powerful fight against Shigaraki, but also him realizing what Izuku went through, what he's done to Izuku, the guilt he's felt, and just a combination of just so much. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So let's get into the episode. Like I said, this is Geekettes Chat. I'm Shirley.
I'm Christy. What's good, people?
And subscribe, like to Geekettes Chat on YouTube and Apple Podcasts, where we have been doing My Hero reviews of Season 7, which has been amazing. And also we are back at doing movie, TV shows reviews. Like we just did the Acolyte finale of Disney Plus Star Wars show. Check it out on our YouTube channel and Apple Podcasts. But anyways, let's get into it because this is about My Hero and this phenomenal episode. Let's get into it. So basically, it starts with a recap of... Oh, before that, I wanted to mention the opening and ending. And I totally forgot about it. Because we didn't mention it in the last episode. And that's when it first came out. Because this is like the second encore of Season 7. So I just wanted to mention it. I love the opening because it's just Shigaraki and Deku and like the evolution of who they are as characters, the visuals, but also like the song too, and like how, you know, Shigaraki's fighting the institution that's built on oppressing certain communities, and he has a point and he's right. And then because we're talking about Bakugo, Deku, Izuku is trying to save him, you know. And to have all that fall on a teenage boy is crazy. Like, it's just like it hits you. But yeah, the song is called Curtain Call from Yuri. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. So it's a really nice song. I actually really like it.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool song. I think that we should probably give the name later in the description as well.
And the ending song I really like too. It's very peaceful, melancholy, like very like just like I guess showing what these kids or adults too are going through with this war, and you know, and all the like, whoa, just taking a breather of like, damn, what is going on here? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's a lot and all that stuff, which, you know, that's how war is. It's a lot of things going on that's just sad, depressing, and traumatic. And, you know, it's just, it's very sad, but there's like a hopeful tint to the song and stuff. The song name is Rokutase by Zarami. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah.
No, but I really like that song. So I love the opening and ending. It's really good. I really believe so. So I just wanted to mention them because I wanted to shout them out. And so, yeah.
For me, the music in My Hero is like when you see a good drama movie and that when they put the music to kind of lift the scenes Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about My Hero. It has that quality to it. It's like, wow, the music just makes it so much better.
Oh, you're talking about the composer, Yuki?
Yeah, Yuki. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yuki and all the other songs that are in My Hero. Just
Yuki has been killing it. I mean, we'll get into it a little bit when I mention a certain scene, and I'm just like, damn, he's always been killing it. Give him his flowers. He's amazing. We're going to see him in September in Boston for this anime concert. I'm so excited. That's why I got the tickets to see him. There's going to be other great composers, too, that do anime songs, but I got it for him. I was just like, give him his flowers. He's fucking phenomenal as a composer. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, like I was saying, it starts with a recap of the last episode with Shigaraki. You know, in the Coffin in the Sky, all the heroes, the adult heroes and the teenage heroes are fighting Shigaraki, trying to hold him back until Midoriya comes in. And Shigaraki, of course, is telling Bakugo, there's only one thing I'm interested in you. It's the fact that you're the closest person to Izuku Midoriya. And I was like, damn. And I think that hits Bakugo too, because you see his eye open. He's like, oh shit. Like, he's going to attack me because of Izuku and, you know, trying to get to Izuku.
And I think that kind of makes him feel a little bit unworthy in a sense.
I think it's, yeah. I could see that. I could see that.
It's like this play against Izuku trying to catch up to Bakugo, and then Bakugo is trying to always feel like he is kind of at the same level as Izuku, especially after finding out that he has One for All.
Yeah. And I think it's also that in season 6 you saw All for One / Shigaraki, because remember, All for One took over Shigaraki's body, attack, and because Bakugo was trying to save Izuku, he hits him with those little steak knives, shit, whatever the fuck he was throwing out of his hands, Shigaraki, and he hits him, and so Izuku saw that and went crazy. So that's why he wants to do that to Bakugo, kill him for Izuku to go crazy again. But is that going to be helpful, really? Because you saw how crazy fucking Izuku gets when it comes to Bakugo.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Shigaraki. Yeah. I don't know what you playing at, because that shit's going to be crazy when Izuku sees the shit going down when he comes back. But anyways, Eraserhead is yelling to Mandalay because before, Mandalay was talking to Midoriya, but now because Eraserhead is like, okay, where's Midoriya? I've been talking to each other telepathically, but she can't reach him because there's a disturbance in the radio waves, and because Izuku's flying over water. He's trying to get here. He's still flying, everybody. He's still flying over water. Come on now.
He can't do anything.
I know that kid. He's trying. The kid is trying. Give him a break. And so basically, the part that I love that hit me was Eraserhead is calling to adult heroes, Genus, Miracle, Edshot, please protect Bakugo because he has to graduate from UA and aim to be the #1 hero. Eraserhead is such a dad. He loves his students. He pretends that he don't love them like that, but dude, he fucking loves those kids.
His face was tense.
He was fucking stressed out.
Yeah, you can see the stress in his hair too.
Yeah, and I'm like, seriously, we're the adult heroes. Why is this? Protect this teenage kid. Come on now.
You know,
I love Miracle. I love Edshot. I love Genus. Miracle's my #1 though. But come on now, y'all adults. Come on now. I know they're trying. They're trying though. They really are trying. Shigaraki's just fucking crazy. His mutation is crazy. So basically, Sun Eater is, of course, in the battlefield with Nejire, and he sees that the school's a mess, and then he tells Nejire that, damn, I was looking forward to a graduation ceremony. Again, these are teenagers in their last year of high school. They just want to fucking graduate.
I know.
Come on now.
And they're in a war. It's fucking crazy. And then Muriel shows up. He left where he was at because basically he's guarding, and he's a messenger as well, and just helping different areas of the fight in the war. That's so cool.
Because, he phases through things, and I think that's pretty dope.
Muriel.
So he shows up, the big three's together, which is dope. You mentioned, Christy, that we never saw them fall together.
Yes, this is our first time watching them fight together, so it's awesome.
And I think that's dope. And he's like, look, we tell Principal not Nejire, Prince Nezu, that damn rat, throw us a fucking graduation ceremony when all this shit is over. Hopefully they live.
They will.
They will. So he's like, okay, let's, the big three is, Muriel's like, let's protect everyone before Midoriya shows up. Because he is trying to get there. That boy's trying to get there. Give him peace. Give him grace. Come on. He's trying to get there. So basically, Shigaraki is beating on Bakugo's ass. He's like putting his dirty ass feet on his head. I was like, that disrespect. You know, if I was Bakugo, I would be washing my hair like 20 times.
Word, I would too.
His feet is dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
He doesn't even look like he takes baths.
Oh god. I love you, Shigaraki, but seriously.
No.
I mean, maybe he can't
take baths.
baths.
Not love you, Shigaraki.
Maybe he can't take baths.
Oh.
Which happens.
Oh.
Which is a thing that happens, of course. You know, some people just can't take baths.
Wow.
Maybe that's why. And it could be that he's depressed and he can't take baths either, so I'm not gonna judge him about that. But still, his feet is dirty. Like, come on, don't put that on someone's head, especially a kid. But anyways, Shigaraki knows that Midoriya is supposed to be there and that he will be coming soon, so he tells him that it's a good thing his quirk was erased from Eraserhead and Monoma, who's of course copying Eraserhead's quirk. And so he's like, oh, Bakugo, it's good that, you know, that way you don't become dust and that your corpse will remain because you will be a great present for him. And I'm like, damn.
That's dirty.
That is just fucking crazy to say to somebody.
I know.
It's crazy, Shigaraki. Anyways, Nejire tries to hit Shigaraki with her wave motion blast, but he puts Shigaraki puts Bakugo in front of her, so she has to like direct her blast somewhere else because she's about to fucking hit Bakugo. This is like, damn, you using him as a shield. That's so messed up.
I know.
But of course he would do that.
Weak.
Shigaraki. And so Sun Eater is like doing this like, I don't know what it is. He's like invisible. I don't know if it's like the scorpion could do that, or what type of animal can become invisible. I don't remember.
Chameleon.
Is it? I don't know.
He might be, and he's not invisible. I think he's trying to.
Yeah, he's camouflaged. Is it?
Yeah, camouflage.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And so he hits him hits Shigaraki in the back with a toxin, but Shigaraki of course noticed that. He's like, oh, this is poison.
And it's poison, and then in his arm he creates a freaking mouth, disgusting, and the mouth lets go of the poison,
which was actually pretty cool.
Which was actually disgusting.
I'm like, I wish we could cut it. I mean, it's disgusting, but imagine we could do that.
True, that would be cool actually.
Evolution.
But I don't know if I want a mouth. Like, just come on, just.
But then it disappears.
Sleep out of my pores.
Yeah, but then it disappears though, and then you don't have to see it again.
That's true.
But of course,
I'm like, Shigaraki, what's up? What does he have with his body that's allowing him to do all these things?
It's a mutation. Remember the doctor did that.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember, his body is complete. He says it later. His body's complete for All For One to take over. That's pretty much what All For One wants to do. Yeah. All For One's creepy. He has this weird attachment to his brother. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, he needs to let that go.
Let it go. Anyway, Shigaraki keeps on attacking them. Nejire and Sun Eater, which is Tamajiki, of course, with more arms and fingers, nasty as hell. That mutation is just, he keeps on throwing it. And Mirio comes in and phases through his many arms and snatches Bakugo from Shigaraki and throws Bakugo to Genis so Genis could take Bakugo and take care of him.
That was such a cool move, dope. But it happened so fast I had to like rewatch it. I was like, "Whoa, what just happened?"
Yeah, I think I remember.
But did he punch Shigaraki too?
Or no, I think he just phased in to grab Bakugo, and that's what I love about Mirio's power, that he could just fucking phase through things.
Yeah,
I think that's so cool.
It's like kind of scary, but it's also
because he could just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, because
it must be great for haunted houses. Does that mean
that he can phase through people? Because if he's phasing through these arms,
I think he can actually. Whoa, that's weird.
Right. Just thinking about that now. Like,
but pretty cool too. And so that happens, And Shigaraki recognizes Mirio from their fight on Jakku and tells him that his face is a joke because he looks like an Archie Comics character. That's pretty much what we were like. We knew that because Horikoshi, the author and artist, draws him as an Archie character, and then All Might is drawn like when he's especially All Might, the superhero form, like an American superhero, like comic.
Which is cute.
I think it's cute.
I think Lemillion looks cute.
Lemillion is cute.
He does.
He's cute. It's mad cute. And so this is when we go back to Genus, Blue Genus. Best Genus is because you keep on calling him that.
Blue Genus.
Well, he is wearing blue jeans a lot.
Yeah.
So. But Best Genus is like, I got you, Bakugo. Let me take care of your arm. Because, of course, Shigaraki broke Bakugo's arm in the earlier fight. And he realizes that he sees tears falling on his arm, that Bakugo is crying. And I think, too, this is my favorite scene. One of my favorite scenes in this episode. I got a lot, but this is one of the top. Because I think Best Genus is realizing that Bakugo, we mentioned this before, is a teenager. And these are kids fighting in this war. And so it's like kind of like real life, where these teenagers now are protesting for climate change,
gun control, like all these important topics that sadly we're still fighting for, that should be just rights that everyone has, what's the other one? Reproductive rights.
Yes, thank you. Reproductive rights, and all that. So it's just sad that kids have to be in the forefront of this now because of past generations, on how we kind of things are not great. We haven't really done great things, but also because it's more like the organizations, the corporations have done. They were built to be a certain way to oppress a certain community.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is like years and centuries of political power in different companies and across, or even within religions too.
So I'm sorry I'm bringing this to real life, but it is I'm connecting because these are kids fighting in a war. Izuku is 16 years old. And he has to take on Shigaraki and shit like that. That's a lot. As an adult, I would have been like, this is too much for me.
I want to
imagine when you're a kid.
Games. Yeah.
Yeah, they should be playing Fortnite. What the fuck teenagers be doing? They should not be fighting in this war. So I think that what hit me, and also probably to Best Genus, damn. And I think you liked it because you never saw Bakugo cry.
Yeah, I never saw Bakugo cry. So it was an emotional beat that I felt like, wow, it really made me care for Bakugo now, because I've never cared for him before.
Yeah, because he was a bully and how he treated Izuku.
He was a bully, and I didn't like how he treated Izuku.
Yeah, and I didn't either.
I didn't understand it, and now that I'm seeing him kind of transform into this, he's transforming really in this one fight, in this one episode, and even before that, he's been kind of in this stage of transformation. So I think that it's a beautiful moment, very very somber one, but also beautiful.
Yeah. So now we're back to Mirio and Shigaraki, of course, and Mirio's like, yo, why are you trying to destroy everything? And of course Shigaraki's like, because these organizations, these our institutions, thank you, are built a certain way to oppress certain communities. And he wants to destroy that because, this is how they were built, to, like I said, oppress certain communities and oppress certain people and all that stuff.
I get
So he wants to destroy that. And
I get that he wants to destroy things.
We should destroy
in
real life.
But when you create chaos with this destruction, and it doesn't lead to any kind of new way of, of being, a new way of being, I guess, a way of living that is humane for everyone, And it doesn't make sense to me.
It's interesting because it's just like it's complicated. Mirio, of course, tells Shigaraki that, oh, I think you're trying to destroy things also because you have no friends. And of course that gets to Shigaraki. That hits Shigaraki and his inner child self, you know, because again, All For One took over Shigaraki. So this is actually really hitting Shigaraki. Like, wait a second, what? And so he remembers a flashback to him and his mom talking, and he's like, Miki-kan and Tomo, his friends, are like, oh, you should be All Might because you're really nice and stuff like that. And so this snaps Shigaraki, like Shigaraki snaps, and he's like, no, I have friends. Miki-kan and Tomo were like, oh, I'm really nice, and Mom, my dog likes to take walks with me, and Shigaraki's face on that shot, like, oh shit, what the fuck did I just say? Like, all of that just came out, like, loud to Mirio. And Mirio's looking at him like, and then he says sorry. Like, it's so
cute.
sad,
He's sorry.
Oh, he's like, I'm
sorry. Like Mirio. He's like, sorry.
He was like, I shouldn't touch that subject. That was too, that was a touchy subject.
I think this is an important moment for Shigaraki because, wow. You never, before, like, prior to this, you see only his family, but you see a normal moment in his life with his friends. Mm-hmm. And the author is showing that, I mean, he's always doing, you know, these flashbacks to childhood and how it affects him.
A lot of parallels.
But I just realized that...
Flashbacks, yeah.
that this moment is Shigaraki being a normal kid. And you don't see that anywhere in the story. Mm-hmm. In the past. And to me, it almost feels like a cry for help.
I think it is a cry for help.
Excuse me.
You good? I think it is a cry for help. And it that's the thing about My Hero, is that the villains are also very likable and they have a point. Yeah. And they're right. I mean, yeah, the destruction and you are killing innocent people is not good, but they do have a point on subjects and topics of what's going on. They're likable. You feel for them. They feel very human. Yeah. You know, like with Toga and what she has gone through, to Toya and the abuse he has gone through too. The parents' abuse, again, it goes back to, for both of them, Toga too, because she was abused by her parents, more emotionally. Mm-hmm. You know, I think it goes back to the trauma that you suffer as a kid, and it affects you as an adulthood. We have mentioned this time and time again.
Yeah. It's this commentary about how you grew up, kind of, you know, creates who you are as an adult. And it could either create something positive or something negative in you, you know? Yeah. And also this comment on how society can kind of create villains, criminals.
Yeah. I mean, that is definitely a big commentary, because look at sorry to go back to real life, but look at our, I think, judicial system.
Judicial system,
thank you. I'm probably saying that wrong. I feel like I'm saying another fucking word. But anyways, you know, it literally, you know, criminalizes criminals are like, you know, stealing things and all that stuff. Like, where's the help to, like, get therapy, get an actual job, and they arrest them. And most of the time people are stealing things because they need just basic needs. Like, they need milk, diapers, you know, like, I was about to say Pampers, they're diapers too. Like, food.
They don't have the resources.
They don't have
the
resources.
And if I may say something even more political, like in California, the governor just gave more money to prison systems for education. And people were, like, not happy about that. And I was like, why not? They deserve to be educated. Education can really shape someone's life to a more positive experience. Yeah, and if you really look at the system is not created so that they can come out and live normal lives. A lot of these criminals come back out and do the same thing. I was in the grand jury, and there were people walking in there who had been in prison 3 to 4 times. And I think education is very important, that can actually influence them in a positive way to kind of change that path, that repetitive path that that some prisoners go on. And I'm not saying every prisoner is like that, but
Yeah, because the prison is a system that's like, it makes money off of like kind of like slave work in a sense. It is, because who you see in the prisons, black and brown people, and so it's like, they use them for these like free labor without paying them at all, and so it's like a cycle. This was built this way. We're talking about this is how it's meant to be built. They built it this way,
and sorry to go on this social political
which is
tangent,
not right, and it's evil, and that's why we gotta destroy things. But again,
but it's important that we have these kind of conversations, because I feel like this is what the author kind of really intends people to kind of, when people
that's
see
what
this
we're
show,
interpreting it
we have these
as,
type of interpretations,
perspectives
on the show, and be able to have these conversations around that, because that's what the show is influencing, these conversations, and I think that's important.
And of course the show can, and the writer could maybe tweak, hit it a little bit more and stuff, but of course this is a shonen, and this is a kid's manga, so kids are supposed to be reading it, so, but still, this is our interpretations of what we're seeing, what we feel it's being shown or read, so, I think it's very important. But, so yeah, the big three is fighting Shigaraki's like, yo, fuck these people. He wants to go back to Bakugo. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, kid. Just letting you fucking know. I'm giving that present to Izuku.
Is All For One already taken over Shigaraki's mind? Because he notices that he's getting like very emotional about what.
Yeah. He's like, whoa, Shigaraki, get the fuck back here. So he takes
over his mind, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And so he's going to Bakugo. And the big three's like, oh no, we got to stop Shigaraki. So Nejire is trying to hit Shigaraki with her wave motion, like blast and all that stuff. And she's going hard. She's doing her fucking thing. Nejire's great. And of course, we get a little like middle school flashback, like backstory of Nejire and how she was so fucking cute. Her hair was cute. She was all cute. She was being curious about her classmates and their quirks. But the classmates misinterpreted what she was doing. They thought that she was looking down on them and their quirks. And that was really sad.
Yeah.
That they misinterpreted that.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see her in another flashback, now in high school, and Tamajiki, Sun Eater, is trying to talk to her, like become friends and stuff. And of course, her other friend is there, who they're very close. I'm forgetting her name. She's dope. She has short hair, and she has red short hair, and she like blushes a lot with her. They're very close friends. I don't know if they're in a relationship together, her and the other girl, but they're very close, and you can see that she likes her. And so they're trying to talk to Nejire. And Tamajiki's like covering his eyes, and he has his thumbs up because he's nervous. I get you. That's my son. Sun Eater is my son. I totally get that. Anxiety gets to you is a lot.
You cannot talk.
So Nejire's like, wait a second, they're trying to talk to me. So then her old self comes back and she gets excited. She's like, what are you doing? Why you have your thumbs up? And he's like, oh, because Muriel did this for me and he taught me how to become friends with other people this way. Because that is exactly what Muriel did when they were kids. They met each other in 3rd grade.
Aww.
And Muriel, because Tamajiki asks Nejire with the thumbs up and stuff, like, who's your favorite hero? And that's what Muriel did in 3rd grade to meet Tamajiki. Because nobody was talking to him, he was very quiet, and he's like, oh, who's your favorite hero? So that's a callback, like a parallel, and I thought that was very fucking sweet. And so that's why Tamajiki was doing that. And now Nejire's excited, and now she's like, look, I got these friends, they love me for who I am, and I think that's dope. Like, let's go, the big three.
Oh, and man. So the next time I want to meet somebody or make friends with somebody, I'm gonna ask them who their favorite superhero is.
They're gonna be like, I don't know.
Who's this older bitch?
Who's this older bitch? Like, that's funny. Can I say my mom? Like, imagine, like, that's a superhero. But the big three fights back. Nejire's throwing her waves to hit Shigaraki, and of course, Sun Eater is doing this. He's also doing this big move, his ultimate move, which is called Vast Hybrid. And he's making all like these animals come out because that's how he eats different animals, and that's how his power manifests and stuff, which is crazy. So he's doing all these different animals, and so he's using also Nejire's like waves blast to basically do this ultimate move. They're coming together to hit Shigaraki and blast his ass away. And of course, during that big fucking blast, which looked cool in animation, Muriel, I didn't even notice the first time, but Muriel's phasing through the fucking blast and punches Shigaraki. And I was like, that shit looked dope.
Yeah,
it looked so dope. I mean, it was cool in the manga, but like in animation form, I was like, oh shit, that's actually really fucking cool.
I want to see a parallel story of Lemillion getting one for all.
Oh, because he was supposed to, right? Yeah, that'd be crazy. And basically, sadly, it blasts Shigaraki, but because of Shigaraki's mutation, his body being complete because of All for One and the doctor, the blast does something, but it doesn't do too much. So Shigaraki's like, I'm here, bitch. What do you want?
You can't touch this.
You can't touch it. So Bakugo, of course, is with Blue Genius. Best Genius. My God. And he gets up because he knows that Shigaraki's not going to stop. He's going to get to it. So he gets up and he tells Best Genius, take care of the others. And Best Genius is like, whoa, where the fuck you going, kid? No, come back. And so he basically is walking and he's like, I have to win, right, Izuku? Now, we need to talk about this line because I just mentioned it to you earlier, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize this. But basically, I don't know, going back to season 3, the end of season 3, there was the Deku versus Izuku, Deku versus Kachan, part 2, the fight that they have, and that's where Bakugo has this emotional breakdown about, All Might and what he did to All Might, what he felt like he did to All Might losing his powers and stuff like that, and blaming himself. And so during that whole conversation fight with Izuku and Kachan, Izuku says to Kachan, which is Bakugo, your image, the image of winning and victory is connected to Bakugo. That's what he tells him. Like, my image of winning is solely connected to you, Bakugo, right? So this is now going back to this line and him going to fight Shigaraki by himself. He's like, I have to win, right, Izuku? And there's that connection parallel, like, holy shit, like, this is what Bakugo represents to Izuku is fucking winning. And so that's what he's saying. Like, I gotta win because that's what I represent to you, Izuku.
That was a cute moment. And how they just show his face right when he's saying it.
Yeah, because he's crying and he's bloody. Yeah. And he has this realization that he has to fucking... He's thinking of Izuku. And then he has to fucking... He's probably gonna end up dying. So that's big. Like, that's crazy. And so I was just shocked about that. And I was like, of course. The fucking parallels, the callbacks, they're just amazing. And you're like, holy shit. So anyways, before Best Jeanist, I can't want to fucking say Blue Jeans. Best Jeanist grabs Bakugo to stop him. He blasts off to Shigaraki. Shigaraki's like, doesn't even fucking realize. It's like, oh shit. And he like... Bakugo hits him with an explosion right in his fucking face. Perfect. And then turns around and lands back of him. Like, Shigaraki's just fucking like, what the fuck just happened? And of course we get this beautiful narration from President Mike, and you could tell this when President Mike does the narration like crazy fun because that's who he is. He's a DJ, loud, exactly. But here, he is very mellow. He's very serious because we know what's going to happen. Like, it's kind of like foretelling what's going to happen to Bakugo later. Oh, God. And here is very serious. The music is very mellow and emotional. And he's like, this new move called Cluster has Bakugo's new move is it's basically, he doesn't know what it really does, but it stores up the sweat and it releases it in balls, which is extremely hard on the sweat glands on his palms. Stored up the balls of sweat salts out like different exit of his body and leaks out from his whole body. So he's like literally releasing different explosions out of his body. And because of the explosion from all of his body, he's very fucking fast. Like, the speed is, like, high. So that's why Shigaraki didn't fucking notice him. He's like, what the fuck is he going? What just happened, you know? And so basically, then it goes to Bakugo, and he's throwing these blasts and explosions. And he's like, he phases right in front, because, you know, Shigaraki's trying to turn around, like, where the fuck he land? But I don't know, he comes in front of him again, because that's how fast he is, because of this new power move.
I mean, those moves are nice.
Yeah, and then now he's upside down, and he's exploding again, all these explosions out of his body. But of course, we get the beautiful music again from Yuki, very emotional, very mellow, and this internal monologue of Bakugo saying, my body hurts. And then he starts thinking of Izuku. Like, this is what you went through, Izuku, with One for All. And your body hurting and how to use this power, how it wasn't made for your body, but you had to adapt to it, right? And so it's just these beautiful flashbacks of seasons, of episodes before, of them fighting, of, like, how much he was in pain, Izuku, and how he's connecting to that pain now. And understanding Izuku and where Izuku came from and what Izuku had to do to hone One for All. And I thought that was beautiful. And he's literally saying, you see Bakugo's closed face, he's crying, he has all these explosions, he's like sparkling. It's very beautiful, the animation of, can I still catch up to you? And he's saying, can I still catch up to Izuku? Yeah. Of course. Oh, before he went to Shigaraki, I wanted to mention the shot where you see him walking, and it's his legs, his feet, and he's the grass, and the blood's hitting the grass. I just have to shout out that animation of him walking to Shigaraki. That's a fucking dope ass like animation movement.
Yeah, you see his
the blood.
struggle.
He's kind of struggling to walk. Yeah. Dope. I just wanted to bring that up. So going back, of course, Shigaraki turns around because now he's noticed where fucking Bakugo's at, and he's about to get hit again with an explosion. He's like, and this is really all for one talking, because again, he took over Shigaraki's body. He's like, why are you pissing me off? And so basically, One for All is remembering the second user, which I think his name is Kotaro. We haven't learned it yet, but I know it because of the manga. And the second user, why All for One, we get the flashback of him choking. Years before, choking out the second user and Kotaro. And he's upset at the second user because the second user basically stole his brother away. The second user saved Yoichi, which is All for One's brother, which is the first user, because both of them, second user and first user created basically One for All. And this is the One for All power that Izuku has that All Might gave to him. So he hates the second user because he's like, you stole my fucking brother, you bitch ass. And I love this shot of the second user just smiling at him when he was choking him, because he's like, I know, bitch, you're never going to get One for All. You're never going to get your brother back.
Yeah.
You're never going to get him. You're never going to own him, because that's what's basically All for One wants. He wants control of his brother. It's fucking creepy as hell. But basically, then, yeah, Shigaraki, One for All really is like, you're pissing me off, and then he hits, like, he's doing, like, this big-ass punch with the arms and fingers and all that shit again.
Oh, gosh.
But then, before it hits Bakugo, we get to a flashback. Not a flashback, but more like, we see this white space, and we see the glowing of, like, yellow flames and stuff like that. And so Bakugo's there standing. He turns around. He sees All Might's vestiges, I guess, or spirit, because All Might's not dead. But that's, like, his One for All vestige in, like, the One for All world, basically. And so he sees him. All Might is just, like, waiting for him, like, talking, waiting for him to say something. And he And basically Bakugo's like, oh yeah, right. When we first met, I was a brat, and he wasn't very nice, and he takes out this card, and it's an All Might card that he won with Izuku. Again, going back to Izuku, thinking about this flashback when they were kids, when they got that All Might card, right? And then so Bakugo's looking at it, he's smiling, he's like, I wanted your autograph. That's all I wanted. I wanted your autograph. That fucking made me cry, because it was like, again, it's reminding yourself that Bakugo's an All Might fan.
Yeah. And, they kind of mention it here and there, but you're like, wow.
He's a big nerd.
Drives him as a superhero.
Yeah, he's a big nerd like Deku. He loves All Might.
Yeah.
And it reminds you that he's a fucking kid. He just wanted his fucking autograph from his hero.
And he's carrying this card around.
And he's been carrying the fucking card around. That shit hurts. I'm not gonna lie, I cried.
I'm gonna carry around my hero's card around until one day I meet him and get a signature.
But basically, we see that, and it goes, like, Bakugo's looking at the All Might card, but then you see a heart. And you're like, whose heart is that? And you hear beating. And then he puts the All Might card down. And he's looking at All Might. And All Might's just looking at him kind of like sad. Like how they do the animation. Yeah. And then, of course, you go back to the fight. Everybody's trying to, like, Bakugo's in the air. Shigaraki's about to hit him. And everybody's trying to grab, like, you see Miracle, not Best Genius, Edshot, Nejire, Sun Eater, Muriel trying to... I think they're trying to catch Bakugo. I don't think they're really trying to stop Shigaraki.
Really?
I mean, they are, but I think they're mostly trying to just get Bakugo away from Shigaraki, right? And so, of course, we see Shigaraki's blast hit Bakugo, and it's just poof, like boom. And then Bakugo starts twirling, and he, like, flies away, like, because he got hit. And then Best Genius is trying to catch Bakugo, and he's like, oh shit, and he's trying to catch him, but he can't. Yeah. Bakugo body's like tumbling down. He lands on the floor in the grass, and of course the card it fell out, and it's landing next to the grass now, of course. And then it goes to the weather report, and you see this weatherman talking. You're now outside in a different location. I don't know where. I don't know if it was like around the school area or something. I don't know where it was at.
But you see his parents.
You see his parents. Yeah, the civilians are looking at the weather report, and it's about to start raining, and you see his mom and his dad, and his mom's like, oh, that kid hates the rain. And it's like, oh shit. That hits you because this is mom.
Yeah,
so, like,
and she don't know nothing.
And she doesn't know what the fuck just happened to her son. They don't know what happened to their son.
But we do.
But of course, we go back to the field. Best Genius runs to Bakugo and is like, don't worry, Bakugo, I'll help you. And then he stops himself because he's about to grab him, and he realizes something happened to Bakugo's heart. And of course, you get Monoma looking fucking shocked and crying, of course, and stuff on outside of the coffin in the sky, the field. And you see Eraserhead because he knows, oh shit, something fucking went down to my kid and stuff like that. And of course, we get the shot back to Bakugo's dead body. Like
with the card.
With the card, the bloody card, All Might next to him, laying next to him. And that was like a powerful shot in the manga, how it was drawn, and they did it really fucking great here too.
Oh my god, it's so shocking.
It's so diabolical because it's like, this is a fucking kid.
Yeah.
And it just hits you because, like, goddamn.
I mean, like, he's gone. Like, how many times you wanted Bakugo to just leave, get out of my face? Damn, now he's like really gone.
Yeah, it just hits you because it's like, wow, his growth has been amazing. His relationship with Izuku, the complexity of all it. Like I said, and I say this time and time again, if you ever write a character redemption art, look at Bakugo's writing. I think it's really truly phenomenal to study.
Yeah.
And how to write a redemption arc for a character, because it's fucking amazing. I think so.
And that's it. It's over.
That's pretty much it. And now we're on break because of the fucking Olympics. I don't know. But
we're on break until when?
I don't know. I think it's until because we're doing this late, so there's no new episode this week. I think they're back next week, but I'd be totally fucking
it's a
wrong.
good thing that we get it.
Because the Olympics are happening, so they're they're taking a break. So I gotta figure that out.
Now everyone is like really tense. Like, how do you end on this and then take a little break? No, you want to know what's going on with Bakugo. Shirley already know.
I have to say this is one of my top favorite episodes, right up there. With the All Might fight versus All for One, and I think the Todoroki versus Izuku fight, Midoriya's fight, or like Todoroki's Origins. That's the fight in season 2 when they did the sports festival. I think it's right up there with those episodes. This is a fucking great episode, and I have to say season 7's up there with season 3, and I love season 2 too, so it's up there as well. It's fucking great. Like, they're really hitting it out of the park. It reminds me of that old My Hero type of shit.
Yeah, this is a really good episode. And it's so sad. Like, you get very emotional watching it.
You do. You really do. So, thank you for watching Gigesh Chat. Of course, we'll be back with more My Hero and other reviews as well. Movies, TV shows. And, yeah, peace out.
Peace.
Adios.
Adios. Cuídense.